The fourth step is reducing mental noise. Too much information, too many screens, too much pressure creates overload. Short pauses of silence, breathing, or 5 minutes away from your phone reduce the noise that feeds sadness. Depression doesn't find room when we cultivate light every day. And this light doesn't come from outside. It comes from your actions, decisions, and rituals that strengthen who you are. I learned no one protects themselves alone. Emotional health requires exchange. Being part of a group is a strong protective factor. I've watched people completely transform their lives following these steps. A man found new meaning in daily walks. A young woman reduced anxiety by creating gentle routines. Small steps create big changes. Over the years, I developed a 5-step formula that changed my life. It isn't magic or an absolute promise, but a set of habits that strengthens the mind and greatly reduces the possibility of sinking into emotional darkness. I once almost drowned in silence myself, but when I opened up to a friend, I learned that connection builds bridges where abysses once existed. A single conversation can save a week, a month, or an entire life. The third step is daily purpose, even a small one. The brain loves direction. Just something that moves you today, like marking a small goal. A tiny star, a simple direction. Protecting your mind is an act of courage. Movement, connection, purpose, silence, and emotional nourishment create an internal fortress. When you care for the small things, the big things transform. Details build emotional health every single day. I feel so isolated. I'm here for you. Thank you. I need to talk. Of course, sharing helps. This connection protects us. It really does. Life doesn't become perfect, but it becomes protected. When you combine movement, connection, purpose, silence, and emotional nourishment, you create a natural shield that prevents collapse. The secret is starting small. 10 minutes of movement, 1 honest conversation, 1 simple goal, 1 minute of breathing, 1 peaceful meal. Together, these elements create silent inner strength. I knew someone who felt constantly exhausted until she added brief breathing pauses between tasks. What seemed pointless became her key to calmness. Small pockets of silence protect like invisible shields. This formula works because it respects human nature. We are made to move, connect, learn, rest, and grow. When we go against this, the mind weakens. When we follow it, the mind blooms. These 5 steps work like an emotional shield. They don't eliminate challenges, but they make you strong enough to face them before they grow into something harder. Depression finds less space in a nourished mind. And yes, bad days will come, but strong pillars soften the impact. Emotions fluctuate, but the foundation remains stable. That's real protection. Early in life, I realized the mind needs care just as much as the body. Depression rarely appears suddenly. It slowly approaches when we ignore small signals, through simple and consistent choices that strengthen us over time. A person I met only improved when she returned to painting, a forgotten hobby. She learned that joy doesn't appear out of nowhere. It must be fed, cultivated, and invited into daily life. For years, I thought emotional protection required something extraordinary. Now I see it's the opposite. Small, quiet, consistent actions build a resilient mind. A sedentary friend began short walks to relieve stress and rediscovered an emotional lightness he had forgotten. Small movements create huge internal protection. Success stories come from people who accept support. I've seen individuals rise from hard phases after seeking therapy, practicing daily gratitude, or replacing toxic friendships with healthier connections. The 5th step is nourishing the mind with what feels good. This includes steady sleep, simple nutrition, hobbies that bring joy, and limiting people who drain energy. The first step is movement. The body is designed to move, and the brain responds by releasing chemicals that protect against deep sadness. A 15-minute daily walk seems small, but it builds powerful emotional stability. I've seen people come alive again by adopting simple purposes. Learning a new recipe each week, practicing guitar for 5 minutes, writing 3 lines per day. When the mind has direction, it finds meaning and stability. When you follow these 5 steps consistently, something unexpected happens. 1. Breathe deeply. 2. Practice gratitude. 3. Reframe challenges. 4. Visualize success. 5. Show kindness. Once we understand this, we stop expecting huge breakthroughs and start celebrating micro victories. Each one becomes an emotional vaccine against hopelessness.
Help our channel, click like and subscribe to receive more videos. Thank you.